This is the gold standard, the icon, the Bentley of presidential jets. Air Force One isn't just a plane. It's a flying fortress with its own zip code. 2 full levels, 4,000 square feet, a medical suite, missile defense, and enough secure comms to launch World War III mid-lunge. Oh, and it costs around $200,000 an hour to operate. But when you're flying that high, who cares about the deficit? It's part aircraft, part Pentagon, and has enough steps to make any president go viral with one false step.
Bruh.
But let's talk about Trump Force One, not to be confused with Air Force One. Trump's personal Boeing 757 is basically a flying casino lobby, gold-plated everything. Seatbelt buckles allegedly dipped in 24-karat gold, because nothing says safety like a precious metal mined by underpaid labor. There's a private bedroom, marble bathroom, and a personal movie system that plays one film, Home Alone 2, starring himself. But wait, there's more. Just when you thought Air Trump couldn't get any flashier, Qatar's oil money rolls up with a free $400 million gift, a Boeing 747-8. Because who doesn't love a no-strings-attached jet greased with petrodollars? You ever get a gift so nice, you start wondering what crime you're part of? So now Trump has 3 jets at his disposal. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And this game is Grand Theft Auto Presidential Edition, S tier. But speaking of hate, Vladimir Putin. Putin's main ride, a Russian-built beast known as the Flying Kremlin, and it earns that name. Inside, it's less jet and more Bond villain lair with orthodox vibes. We're talking gold-trimmed interiors, mahogany conference rooms, and even a private prayer chamber, just in case the geopolitics get too spicy at 40,000 feet. But it's not all luxury. This plane is loaded with jammer systems, encrypted comms, and anti-aircraft defenses. When you rule by paranoia, you don't take a plane. You take 4 identical jets. That's right. Putin's presidential fleet includes 4 Il-96-300 PU aircrafts. 1 carries him. The others fly in formation as decoys. Safe to say, Putin and Trump are going band for band. That's got to be S tier. And speaking of dictators, Kim Jong-Un's jet is a Cold War leftover wrapped in mystery. What's inside? A war room? A hot tub? A giant portrait of Dennis Rodman? No one knows. And that's exactly how he likes it. C tier. Emmanuel Macron's jet is sleek, modern, and exactly what you'd expect from a man who spends $10,000 a month on his hair. It's classy, quiet, and comes with one unique in-flight hazard: his wife.
We've just got the strangest insight into the already bizarre relationship between French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte, 24 years his senior.
Hey, even French turbulence is romantic. Fine wine, fine jet, fine marriage? I don't think so. D tier. MBS doesn't own a jet. It's an airborne kingdom. He's got access to multiple Boeing 747s, including the HZHM-1 model. The Saudis' royal fleet is more like flying oil wells than airplanes, worth $200 to $500 million each. The inside? It reads like a Kardashian home tour. Bedrooms, grand dining rooms, boardrooms, spa suites, velvet lounges, and gold-plated trim. But MBS's jets don't just carry gold trim and prayer rugs. According to U.S. intelligence, the same royal fleet tied to gold-plated thrones was also used in the assassination of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Let that sink in. A $400 million flying penthouse. What could possibly go wrong? S tier for the Saudis. Canada's jet looks like it was ordered off Amazon Prime in used condition. It's loud, it's outdated, and it once leaked fuel mid-flight. But the real low point? In 2023, Trudeau flew to India for the G20, and his jet broke down on the tarmac. They had to send a second plane from Canada just to come rescue him. Imagine being grounded internationally as a world leader. Trudeau may have dressed like a baller, but he wasn't one. D tier. Speaking of a baller, Zelensky technically has access to Ukrainian Air Force jets. But let's be honest, he doesn't use them. Since the war began, Zelensky has pulled off the ultimate political cheat code: fly private, pay nothing. He's rolled into summits on U.S. military transports, British Royal Air Force jets, and even French government aircraft. This man's frequent flyer miles probably belong to the Pentagon and NATO. He's mastered the art of looking like the underdog while flying like a VIP. Doesn't get more baller than that. Gotta hand it to him, that's a certified A-tier move. Zelensky, you made it. You'd think the leader of the world's second biggest superpower would have a custom gold-plated megajet, right? Wrong. Xi Jinping flies on a regular Air China commercial jet. No permanent presidential plane, no personal aircraft fleet. It's the most on-brand move possible for the man who banned Winnie the Pooh. Seriously. The man banned a cartoon because the internet said they looked alike. Of course, the plane isn't exactly normal when he's on it. Before each trip, Chinese intelligence completely guts the jet. They strip out the seats, sweep for bugs, and rebuild it into a flying vault. No public Wi-Fi, no GPS, and absolutely no memes about Winnie the Pooh. His bodyguards are trained to keep their heads up at all times, literally. They wear collars with spikes that stab their necks if they try to look down. So you know reclining your seat on that plane? Not an option. The no-fun police, ruler of 1.4 billion people, borrows a plane like it's a company laptop. F-tier revenge for Winnie. Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu
Nice.
waited his entire political career to finally get his own presidential jet. And when he did, he went full Messiah complex with legroom. Nicknamed the Wing of Zion, Bibi's jet is a converted Boeing 767-300ER, and it was supposed to be Israel's answer to Air Force One. Instead, it turned into a flying money pit. It sat on the runway for over 5 years, delayed by endless budget blowouts and political backstabbing. Kind of like his career. They spent over $300 million retrofitting it with secure communications, luxe interiors, and so much defense tech to make it more secure than half the countries it flies over. This isn't just a jet. It's a floating symbol of untouchability. It's bulletproof, truth-proof, and probably karma-proof too. Just the way Netanyahu likes it. The plane finally became operational in 2023. Critics called it a vanity jet. Bibi called it long overdue. It's sleek, it's controversial, and it costs more than a peace deal. Hate to get political, but F tier. You'd think the King of England would have a jet that screams power, wealth, and centuries of imperial dominance. But nope, King Charles III flies around in a hand-me-down military transport jet. He doesn't have an official royal plane. And here's the kicker. Queen Elizabeth refused to buy a royal jet for decades. Said it would look bad. So was it the royals trying to be modest? Or maybe it's just the monarchs on a budget. You know a sign of the times. A fallen empire. D tier.
Because everything seems broken in Britain. Catherine, just how broken is the economy?
Ray Dalio, who doesn't even live in Britain, is saying we're in a doom loop, and the IMF is saying the same thing.